Hello, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. July is just flying by. That rhymes. But we're like already in the third week. It's kind of crazy. I'm back on the couch. As you can see, I'm back on the phone. I got a new phone today, um, which I'm so excited about because I was tired of using my wireless charger. I feel like the wireless, I guess at least the one I have, I don't know because I guess this iPhone SE doesn't have the MagSafe that makes it faster, but I got a MagSafe case and I felt like it didn't really make a difference to me anyway. Well, the wireless charger I have is not a MagSafe one, so I don't know. But I got a portable one to test it out, and it didn't seem like it really made a difference. But I know it's faster to like charge it with the actual like cable. So yeah, so we're back on the couch. We're back on my phone. We're back. Beyonce's here because uh, she's going to be a part of this video, actually. So today, I have not shared like any fiction in a while. So I decided to write 5 flash fiction stories that are inspired by lyrics because I wanted to. And some of these come from my poem ideas, like list, but I didn't want to do poetry. Um, so yeah, here we are. Now I haven't re-uploaded them, but I have done other flash fiction stories. I just have to re-upload them if I can find videos, or just re-record them or something, or have like a flash fiction story video, something like that. But yeah, I don't have any major updates. I still need to edit my poetry book, and hopefully before the end of the summer I have that up and running. So yeah. All right, if you don't know what flash fiction is, it's a story that's under, I want to say 17, either under 1700 words or at 1700 words. Um, Let me just double check that. I feel like that may or may not be right. Also, with this phone, I get some offers, but I don't know what kind of math Apple is doing because they're like, yeah, this is 3 month trial, but it's not really 3 months. And I'm not sure how they're registering their like 3 month thing because I could get something for 3 months right now, but it ends August 27th. So that's technically like a little over a month. It's not really 3 months. So I would like to know what kind of math that Apple is doing with these offers. I'm loading the Wikipedia page for flash fiction. Okay. Does it have? I guess it doesn't have a word count on here. So there could definitely be varieties. It could be defined by word count, a 6 word story, 28, 280 character story known as a twiterature, a dribble, also known as a mini saga, which is 50 words. Okay, it says flash fiction is 1,000 words. So they have like a bunch of different definitions, but that's from Wikipedia, which makes sense. So we're gonna get into it. I've been wanting to do something with some of these lyrics for a while. Like I think the first two, and then the other ones are from like a document I have that talks about my favorite, where I archived my favorite lyrics. All right, so the first story is called For Yvette. This is going to be a little teeny pet peeve, but I don't like, I feel like I've talked about this before, how you format something on your iPhone and it changes when you go to your computer or your like iPad. It just drives me nuts. Okay, so it's called For Yvette. So the lyric that I was inspired by is called, here it goes. If you really love me, make an album about me, word up. And that's by Beyonce and her song with, well, J Balvin's song featuring Beyonce when they did Mi Gente remix. And I always like that. Because clearly, she has an album about Jay-Z with Lemonade, and then they did 4-4, and then Jay-Z did 444, and then they did Everything Is Love together. So they got a lot of albums together, basically. So here it goes. As I looked up at the sky, seeing a billboard of myself in a sparkly silver dress from my husband's latest album, For Yvette. I can't help but be in awe of this wonderful tribute to our love. I remember hearing the tracks about how we first met and how our love blossomed from high school sweethearts to when he first rose to stardom. I couldn't imagine all the years of struggle from all that coal could turn into all these diamonds. So that one's super short. So yeah, that also reminds me of watching the show Swarm, and of course, it's based off Beyonce, which I've talked about. I've reviewed it. If you haven't seen that review, go check it out. I enjoyed the show. But they had parallels with the On the Run tour with Beyonce and Jay-Z and the whole Lemonade thing. So yeah. And then there's another Beyonce quote. So I was trying to make it quotes by different people, but it just happened that these two that were on my poetry ideas list were by Beyonce. So yeah. So this next story is called Dream Girls, and the quote is, "Take all of me. I just want to be the girl you like. Girl you like. The kind of girl you like is right here with me." So that's Beyonce again in her song Partition. The dancers all swirled in the air around the poles like fairies as money flew everywhere. Men in the crowd yelling at the girls to twerk harder and how they could change their lives. I have a typo, but I know what I was trying to say. Anyway, here we go. But the dancers knew better. They knew these men just had money to blow and lustful fantasies to be fulfilled. These men just want to put them in a box of ass shaking and glitter. There's nothing more to the dancers, to them, because they aren't looking for a human being to admire fully. They see parts from their feet up. They just want the girl of their dreams dancing on them, not the actual girl who exists outside of their gaze. Because the dancers becoming actual human beings ruins the fun. So, yeah. Especially this was when the album, I don't know if it was the album right before Lemonade, but it's kind of like, Beyonce when she came back after she had Blue Ivy, and, she's like, I am still sexy, and, it kind of, makes it sad now, I guess, in a way that she's like, oh, I want to be the girl you like, because Jay-Z was cheating out here. So, it didn't, and then it also kind of a lot of men don't really see women as full human beings. They just see, and then it could also be for women onto anybody, or anybody could think of anybody as what they want them to be versus what they actually are. So yeah. So the next story is called a hot cup of hater. I was supposed to be like a cup of coffee, because the story takes place in the morning. I was gonna say something haterade related, but I was like, I don't think people say haterade anymore. But anyway, here's the quote. You woke up mad at me before you even brushed your teeth. And it's by Megan Thee Stallion in her song Captain Hook, which I love Megan Thee Stallion so much. I feel like I've said that at some point, but if I haven't, I do. I really love her. So here goes. My cousin Tara had a nasty attitude, and I hated living with her growing up. She always complained about everything from morning till bedtime. It seemed like she was never satisfied with anything. Even before she would get ready for the day, she'd complain about something. We shared a room until we were teens, so I had no choice but to hear her constant bullshit. One morning, she had complained to me from bed about her friend, Casey. She never even has her kids. I always see her mom posting pictures with them, Tara scoffed. Isn't she a nurse? She's probably really busy. I couldn't believe that I was, I couldn't believe that was how I was starting my morning. Defending someone my cousin claimed was her friend. Well, if she wanted kids, she should have picked a different career, Kayla. Tara was so upset she was rocking in her bed angrily. At least she's providing for her and her kids, and not complaining about her friend before she even brushes her teeth for the day, I snapped. Tara gasps and angrily got out of bed to aggressively brush her teeth in our bathroom. Luckily for me, she was mad the whole day and didn't talk to me again until the next morning. What a great day that was. So yeah, being on Twitter, I have noticed that some people really just wake up pissed, ready to fight. It's like, you don't have anything in your life to look forward to. You just go online and just be annoying and harass people. Like, it's really weird. But yeah, that's kind of like social media in general, though. But yeah. All right, the next story is called Diamonds Are a Bride's Best Friend. So it's based off of this quote: depending on how I feel, I might go on a heist. So at my wedding, I could throw ice instead of throwing rice. And that's Lil Kim, one of my faves, on her song No Matter What. So here it goes. The guests had never seen such a glittering scene before. The blushing bride and her valiant prince were showered in small diamonds as they left the church to start their honeymoon. You could say their future was bright. Alright, so I only did 5 stories, so it's going to be like a little bit of a short video. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't know. It might be because my period's coming, but I also sometimes I go through periods where I'm like really motivated, and then other times where I'm not as motivated. So I'd say you're going to need 5 stories today. The next story is called Party Time. And it's based off of this absolutely crazy quote. I'm going to say it. I like my Coke extra white like a racist, which is by Baby Mother and her song Pissed Off. I think that line is just so funny. So here it goes. I tapped my girlfriend's leg to see if she was alright. She had the whitest cocaine I had ever seen in lines on the table. It seemed like half of it was gone, but still so much of it was left. I feared she finally OD'd. I started slapping her leg as hard as I could without leaving marks. Like a scene in a movie, she suddenly sat up like a fast zombie. We both gasped. When did you get in here, my pretty girl? She asked me, and was clearly so high she was not on earth anymore, it seemed. She just kept looking around like something was floating above her. Honey, I came to check on you to make sure you weren't partying too hard. But I see him too late. I said, looking at the table again. You're just in time, actually. Do a couple lines and we can fly away together. I have a straw in my pocket. She reached down into her skirt pocket and stretches out her arm to give it to me. I hesitantly take it, but I'm not sure if I really want to be as out of my mind as my girlfriend was. But I figured at least I'd be with my love, so I bend down and inhale a few lines. I guess that would be like snort, technically, not inhale. I ain't never done cocaine, y'all. But anyway, the next thing I know, I was on my back next to her, staring at me as I blacked out. So yeah, just decided to leave that one on a little cliffhanger. Yeah, now. So yeah, this video is just a little fiction video because I haven't done fiction in a while. I would like to talk about a movie next week. We'll figure out which one. I mean, I guess I'll figure it out because you're not gonna make the video for me. But I guess I'll figure out which one because I feel like I haven't talked about a movie in a while. And but yeah, those are the stories I came up with. I hope you all like them. Have you guys heard any of these songs I just mentioned? What's your favorite lyric, if you want to tell me? What's the most craziest lyric you've ever heard? There's a lot of crazy lyrics. What's the funniest lyric you ever heard? Whatever you think about, let me know if you want. What are your favorite lyrics? What are your least favorite lyrics? Yeah, so that's it. So see you all next week.